Smoking typical pot usually produces mind-altering or hallucinogenic experiences. In high dosage, it parallels LSD.
There's a specific chemical in marijuana known as tetrahydrocannabinol, or let's call it THC from here on out for short, which is the material, the chemical, that produces the high of marijuana. The unfortunate person who gets started in this finds himself getting into an ever-increasing abyss, where he starts out with the idea, I'll have a kick or a high, and that'll do something for me. Well, it's true. These things do have a kick, or obviously people wouldn't try them. But the trouble is the person then gets involved in this vicious cycle. The kick becomes something that is not as good as he thought it was. He finds by using his drug that he has lost his capability to be responsible. He's lost his ability to be a worthwhile, successful student or successful individual. So he starts to seek ways to help him, and the only way he can seek, since he's using the drug now to avoid the reality of his failures, is to take more drugs. And down he spins. We can go into the depressants, or the downers, as they're known.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Primos, Chidos. It's our 60th episode, and as you know, every 10 episodes, we do something a little special. We got
for bringing me on.
All right. So, you guys want to get right into it?
Yeah, so I made a bunch of questions, right? Because whenever we do these sessions, I feel like my mind is fucking everywhere. So I wrote these shits down. Okay. Which one do you guys? I sent it to you guys. Which one do you guys like more? Which question would you guys want to do?
Bro, let's start off with the one you were keeping secret.
Okay. Yeah, I had a super secret question. Because yesterday I wanted to get into the mind that we'd be in right now, right? So I took a shower and I hit a little bit of like a pen, right? And I started thinking about like what I've been doing recently. I've been editing our videos, right? And basically for those of you who like don't actively use TikTok as like a creator, it's almost like a game, right? You want to be able to get the most views, the most like likes. And what you really start to like learn is that if cyberspace has like a god, like it's the algorithm. Like the algorithm, because it's like it knows everything, it knows what you'll like, it knows what to show you, it knows how long you'll watch it for. Like it shows it tries its best to like win you over. It's not even like it wasn't even a question. I was just like, bro, what do you guys think about that? Like, because then I think about the metaverse and I think about how people live their life online. Is it weird that like the algorithm is almost becoming like its own? It like in my opinion, it's like a god. It's like cyberspace. It's just like omnipotent because it can just do whatever it wants and it'll somehow win your interest.
It'll probably get even like crazier because I think like when AI starts to get bigger, the algorithm's gonna be perfect. Like it's gonna be like exactly what you want when you want it. Like I think, well, because like people talk about it all the time, where like if you took the technology that we think is like mundane, like a TV, and you took it back like 2,000 years ago, it's like magic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like moving picture. You're like, well, I don't know how this works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like the stuff like 100 years from now, 200.
But I think about like art, right? Because Izzy, remember you and me were talking about recently about how like that's what's weird. Have you Julie? Have you ever heard about how Mr. Beast like became so big?
No.
So Mr. Beast, like, he's this big YouTuber, arguably the biggest YouTuber of all time.
Wait, is he
Like,
the one who gives?
He gives not all
money?
time. People are saying he's gonna pass PewDiePie.
Oh, okay. What are you saying?
Is he the one that does like all the money?
Yeah,
He
he's
gives
the one who
away-
gives away a shit ton of money. He gives away like
Teslas.
Yeah.
He recently gave away an island.
yeah,
Really?
yeah. Just like if you're a subscriber of his, you're like you can try and be like in his games. But the reason I bring him up is because he was interviewed recently where he like was asked like, oh, how'd you do your success? And he said that when he was really younger, he just really fixated on YouTube because the first video that he ever uploaded, he was like 12 years old. He uploaded a video and it got 20,000 views like within like the first few days.
Yeah.
And he said like ever since then I was hooked. And he's like, I never liked school. I never wanted to do anything else. Like I just wanted to be a YouTuber. So he's like, what I would do is I found a bunch of other like YouTubers who were around in the YouTube community at the time. And we would from like hours of 8 a.m. to like 5 p.m. all we did was just talk about YouTube. He's like, we wrote down how many like the most popular videos, like how many times the camera cuts, like the size of the font in like their thumbnails. Like they wrote it all down. He said like, because we didn't have a job. So this was our job. Like he basically wrote it all down. And he's like, eventually, like I started doing it down to the T, and my videos just started blowing up. Like that's it. Like he basically just copied. And I remember, Izzy, you brought it up because it's like it's weird because that means that he's like the best like YouTuber. He's the best at like abusing the algorithm.
He's the LeBron.
Yeah, but like it's weird because like you could argue other people make better stuff on YouTube and aren't as big, right?
Sure.
So
but because he's like a student of the game, he knows like what to do.
How many followers does he have?
I think in just like his YouTube, he doesn't have like an insane amount.
He even has like different websites.
People are saying he's gonna pass.
Different languages.
He's gonna pass.
Yeah,
he's gonna pass PewDiePie soon.
What'd you say, Jen?
Oh, that he has different channels in different languages too.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. And Total, I think
like he has a whole company.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's like a mastermind. He's honestly kind of like that's genius.
He has 103 million subscribers.
And just his like US YouTube alone. Damn. No, yeah, but I mean, like that's when I was thinking about the algorithm, right? Because like that's what I'm trying to, I guess, beat. I get inspiration from Mr. Beast, but you blew my mind when you told me like, yeah, he's the best like at doing that, but that doesn't mean like on like an artistic level, he's the best person producing content. You know what I mean? And it made me think about how if the algorithm like just continues to like show you what you want to like, you'll never actually see like something deeper than like a perspective you don't already have. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't know, it makes me worried. I
feel like the algorithm, because we kind of talked about it, like if you start interacting and being a hater online, then everything else about what you hate is going to be
yeah, isn't that funny?
Like it's just how the algorithm would feed it. I guess that's kind of like the like the what do you call it, like the side effect of it is that it's good, it'll show you things that you like, but if you're a hater, it'll show you the things that you genuinely hate.
Wasn't Facebook on trial for this, like by the government?
I think so.
That's where they revealed that that Facebook intentionally does that. Like they send you shit that will that like encourages like people to get upset.
That's what I'm saying though. And I don't know if it's in China or some Asian country, but apparently like their algorithm for TikTok is literally like engineering shit, like fucking projects and all that shit. Like that's literally what all their kids watch
because that's what they want to encourage.
Because that's what they encourage. That's what the people of like the Asian TikTok encourage. Like people to
and
become smart.
And I also think like seeing like the hater stuff, and you only see things that surround whatever your beliefs are, then you're kind of just stuck in those. Like you're not open to hearing other people's opinions anymore because it's like no, like this is what I like. It's feeding to you, right? And I think that's like the like super other complicated part about it.
I was gonna say like now I'm thinking about on a deeper level. You know how you said like if people that Facebook was on trial because of like seeing shit that they hate. I wonder if like do you think things that you hate are like why do you hate those specific things? It makes me think of projection. It's like people are addicted to like hitting on all these videos. Like there's have you seen on TikTok that conservative who's driving by? Who he has like his entire truck covered in Biden
like
and
not my fucking president.
Yeah, and Kamala Harris, but it's pictures of him like all over it. But he's like, he's not my president. It's like, bro, but like you still got his face on your truck.
Yeah.
You know what I think's interesting about the internet?
bro, maybe people love to hate. Maybe it's like a genuine like fun experience to hate.
I just think people want to express their opinions to think like their opinion matters. Because that's all they got at the end of the day, Their opinion they just want to say what they got to say.
You're saying like that's like the biggest thing going for them is to like their opinion is their one way of expression, right?
Expression like to like not only themselves but like to the whole like
world.
Society, world, Like if they want to be seen, let me say what I gotta say.
Bro, so you're saying like some people's personality is just to be a hater? Like that really is all they like.
Literally, bro,
but some people are good at hate. I mean, some people are pretty good at being a hater. Wouldn't you say?
Like who though?
Like Brandon's pretty good.
Brandon's pretty good hater.
I mean, as a joke.
What about our long lost friend Patrick Morales?
Oh yeah. Shout out to Patrick Morales, who the homie made it out of the hood.
Damn, first and last name.
The homie. Yeah, I said shout out.
What if he's like, bro? I didn't want you to.
I'm proud of him, bro.
It's out there now.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it in good spirit, bro.
Bro, he's not here. Even in chat. Makes me sad.
He's busy, bro. He said he was busy. This is like for those context, like just
He
literally as I
he should
said,
have made at least a little time, to say hi.
our homie made it out of the hood. Our homie made it out of the hood.
What?
He's doing big things. I'm not even
Oh, look.
fucking around.
Is that it?
Oh my god.
Is that it?
Oh my god.
No way.
Y'all summoned him. Y'all summoned him.
He was like, wait a minute. It's because we said it 3 times. We said his name 3 times. That's why. Okay. Do you guys want to hear my other questions?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Do you think people use weed the right way?
What do you mean by that? Like what?
Actually, the question was asked first by Brandon. Brandon, what do you mean by that?
I was just wondering if people like use weed the right way, like well, because you know how everybody likes to pretend that like weed's like 100% safe and that it's almost better, it's almost healthy to take, like it's a supplement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I mean, obviously, like it's not as bad as like tobacco, right? But obviously, like it's gonna do a little harm to you. I was thinking about how like you know how people do that for so there's like a purpose for weed. There's like medicinal weed. There's all that stuff, and you know how for mushrooms, people take it, and a lot of people do it with the intention of like having like a spiritual like journey.
Yeah,
like, I mean, maybe some people take shrooms just for fun, like just to dick around. But I don't like.
I get you. There's
a
medicinal like property to it.
I feel like the community of people who take mushrooms for like a reason is bigger than the people who just like
do it for fun.
Just dick around, you know.
But it also is like psychedelics have you fucked up. Like,
no,
they do a good job of you're like, damn, I don't want to do that again.
No, yeah. So I was like, do you think people are using weed wrong in the sense of like they should be using it for something like for like a purpose instead of just like dicking around all the time with it?
Izzy, I want to hear what you have to say because I feel like I just really knowing you, I just want to hear what you have to say.
I think.
Speak a little to the man.
I think it depends on the person, you know.
Yeah.
Because for sure, everyone has that outlook like, oh, if I smoke this shit, then I'm gonna get my shit done. I'm gonna have my whole list ready, you know. Like people look at that when they're smoking weed, you know. They have their list ready to go, you know. People function on that shit. So I just think it depends on the person. Say like, oh, when I'm gonna smoke weed, I'm just gonna chill, relax, do what I gotta do this whole day, you know. When other people outlook is like, oh, I gotta get shit done. Let me smoke weed, be productive, and do what I gotta do, you know. So it depends on the person, but I think because of like society views that as like a gateway drug, apparently, it's gonna be seen like, oh, like I'm gonna smoke weed, I'm gonna do my lazy shit, I'm gonna be chill, I don't have to worry about anything, you know?
Because I feel like I don't know if I'm wrong in this take, but I feel like a lot of people use weed more like alcohol, which is, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like, do you think like people would have better experiences on weed if they had like a purpose?
If they just like smoked and watched a movie or like,
whatever that, like how you're saying, whatever like you think that purpose is.
More recreational.
Yeah, more like.
Okay, well, you know what? I actually experimented with this, right? Because he told me this a while ago, and when you told me it really resonated with me, and I was like, oh, that's true. Like every time I kind of get high, I get like pretty like I always aim to get like the highest I can get. And so I started experimenting, right? When like lower THCs, like pre-rolls and stuff, and just all around. I just started going lower THCs and just seeing how that is. And it's cool because I mean, like, it's cool because like I don't feel sober. Like I feel like I'm doing my thing, but there's always that want to, and at least in me, like I want to go like a little bit more. So I don't know. Weed's weird. Weed's really weird because I feel like we don't know enough about it yet to really like get it. All we can do is like personal studies, right? Like, Izzy, how often would you say, if you're comfortable with saying, would you say you smoke weed?
Damn, I say probably like every 6 hours, probably every 4 hours, maybe.
Wow, you're hourly?
Yeah, he's like he's a habitual. I've known Izzy a while, but I was gonna say like you like weed is like a grocery, right? You like you budget it into your stuff, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. You have to, you know.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, LA weed is kind of pricey, you know.
Yeah,
so you have to like make time. You have to buy shit, you know, because you also gotta buy food, you gotta pay off your shit, pay off your bills and all that shit. So you gotta minimize, you know, what you gotta do.
But that's what really interests me, right? Because you've told me, I don't know if this is still true, but you told me that you would say you know people who are even bigger like pot users than you, right? Yeah. So it makes me think because weed is so like available in LA, like bro, people live like. Weed is like a regular thing they take throughout the day. Yeah. Like it's a huge amount of population here in like the city. Yeah. A huge amount of people get high. I mean, Julie, how's it in San Francisco? Like, because I know supposedly San Francisco they get even higher than here.
From what I remember, we used to do it a lot actually. But damn, yeah, bro. every time we would try to make like edibles or something. Like someone was always making something.
Every
someone
food had like
Yeah.
edible in it. Everything in San Francisco
Bruh,
just
I
has like
remember during
edibles.
finals, sometimes we take edibles in the library and just like study like that. Like,
What
That
Bro,
sounds
what is
cool.
it about
That
San
sounds cool.
Francisco?
That sounds
Yeah,
cool. Taking
but,
edibles, studying.
you see, like that.
and it would just be funny because it would. I feel like it would, especially during finals, that shit would be so much stress relief when you're just high and you're just laughing at shit. You're like, all right, I got this shit, but like I'm like laughing and all that and still studying or whatever.
'Cause-
But I feel like that's like that you kind of have to like kind of like practice it, you know?
Mhm.
Because I get it. Because sometimes like for me, if I'm studying, I'll listen to music. But if I'm high, like all I listen to is the music. So I have to like be
I
there,
get you,
and I
yeah.
can't listen to music. So I have to like be focus on studying instead.
I remember. Speaking of the homie Pat. No, you know what? I won't say this. I'll say a personal story instead. I remember one time I wrote like an essay like in college and like while I was high. And in my mind, like that shit was the greatest fucking like essay I've ever written. Like in my mind, I was like, holy shit, like bro, I'm hitting every point. Like I already know this is like a solid A. And then the next day I looked at it and I was like, it didn't make a lot of sense, but I'm like, I get what I was trying to say. So I just re-edited it, resubmitted it, and I got an A- on it. So yeah. So like when you first asked like, do people use weed wrong? Is I feel like they don't use it wrong. I think you get high and pretty high like habitually and be okay. I just think people's mentality on it is wrong because I feel like sometimes
That's a good way of putting it.
I feel like sometimes you could also be like the reason why you're having such a bad experience on weed is because you're just having a bad experience in your life. Like no, I'm being
Yeah,
serious.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm being serious. Like this isn't the time you should really be like maybe getting high all the time. Like there's something you got to take care of, and that's why like you're really having a bad trip. It's because your life right now is kind of like a bad trip.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, like I don't think people use weed the right way. Because if anything, sometimes when you're having a shitty time, you get high and you feel better. And like you, have you guys ever? I told Brandon this. Have you ever had a day where either you were like tripping or like you were mad or like you were just irritated like all day, that you did irritating and you also did like irritating actions just because you were irritated, and then you smoke at the end of the day and you realize like, wow, like I was kind of tripping out. Like it's not that serious.
Hell yeah. Like, there's times where I'm like, I'm mad for like no reason, but like I'm pretty fucking mad. And, like I'm really irritated that I haven't smoked that day. But like over the smallest thing, bro. Like if my dog pisses, I'm like, what the fuck, you know? But then like if I'm fighting with my brother and shit like that, I'm like, dude, you're fucking tripping and shit. And we get like a whole argument and pushing and all that shit. But then like I go to my room and fucking smoke and I just fucking laugh, you know? Like I can't believe this shit was like that.
It's never that
exaggerated,
serious.
you know?
I like that phrase, bro. It's never that serious. Like, because you really can look at a lot of things that way and be like, it's like, yeah, you could always.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, before the show we were talking about like fights, right? How like a lot of fights you can avoid them, and a lot of fights you typically should avoid them, right? Because like,
well, that's what everybody says. Well, because it's really dangerous. Like they talk about all the time. Like in a street fight, you're never supposed to go to the ground, no matter how good you are, like grappling or anything. Because anything could happen. There can be like 6 guys, and they stomp a mud hole in you, and like, oh yeah, that's good. Like all your training is gonna help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like it's a smarter decision, like for your safety, to get out of a fight.
I like the what you said. They stomp a mud hole on you, like they fucking went in, like
Yeah.
they go in on
Dude,
you.
Haven't you seen those videos on Twitter where like 6 dudes like jump a guy? That's how I see that all the time on Twitter, and people get fucked up. Like the one you were showing me where the guy he's just chilling, and then some other guy throws a fire hydrant at his head.
Bro, that's fucking crazy. I can't believe that.
Bro, and the
happened.
captions like laughing emoji.
I know, right?
It makes me desensitized, bro. I vandalize pain.
You know which fight videos I always like? I'm like, this kind of sucks. Is the ones that happen in like school, and like it's just like a couple kids, but one of them gets like just viciously knocked
Bro,
out.
no one in our class ever had a fight, huh? Like a fist fight in our class? No, huh?
Nah, not really.
Did
Bro, there's
anybody
like one every year.
for you?
Yeah.
What was the stories? What was the most
What?
what was the most interesting?
I
one?
remember there was that one that happened at the gas station.
I
heard about that one,
Even
but I
then,
had already
that's not allowed,
graduated.
bro. Like,
That was outside of school. It doesn't count.
I know, like
I don't know. I feel
feel
like
it was still amongst students.
No,
though,
it was
no?
amongst. I'll try to keep it as vaguely as possible because it's not really my story to tell. You know?
Okay, I
But
get
like,
you.
yeah, it was like parent teacher night, and
Damn.
and I think
Tensions were high.
It was 2 people they were fighting, and then one of their siblings, like older
Oh,
siblings, showed up
yeah.
and beat the dog snot out of like this this person, and everybody was like, "Yo, like chill." And I remember the gas station people came out to break it up too, and it was like it was really, it was really bad luck.
Damn, so it was like a boxing fight. Like
it was
it was pretty
it was like
one-sided.
if you got into a fight and then I saw and then I just started beating up the other.
I'd be like my sister's real as fuck for that. I'd be like,
but I think it was
free
no,
Julie.
but I think it was kind of like because
well, it's
the
not,
year
they
it
were a
happened.
kid. They were
It was a kid,
It was
and
a
the
kid,
person
and she
who
was
I know,
older.
she was much older. Yeah, or
It's like
he,
our age, our
yeah.
age.
I'm
Or
telling you,
it's
our
like our
school, our
age.
school wasn't like down like that.
No, yeah.
I think like there's other schools that fucking
Bro, the
We were
school-
pretty chill. Everyone was pretty chill.
The school that was next to our middle school was crazy.
The
That
school
one.
that was next to.
Nightingale?
Oh yeah. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. That one.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
shit, because my brother went to that one,
He's
and like
being-
what's it
giving
called?
me
Like
that
he
one.
told me, like my brother was personally telling me, like, bro, like that shit goes down in there, like
No, yeah, because we'd
every
have
lunch
we'd have
fight.
like transfer kids, and they tell us about it, and they'd be like, "Nah, it's crazy over there. Like don't go over there."
Bro, yeah, they would.
Stay away from
They'd be like refugees. Like
I
they
hear, I hear it's
pull
getting
in.
cleaned up. They were filming there the other day. No,
They always film
Yeah,
there.
they're
No, they
always
always film
there.
there. It's been that way.
I never noticed it until now.
No, they always film there.
It's because now we pass by it.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of skate kids now that just like fucking.
Oh, I see.
I saw
Yeah,
that
they're always
too.
filming, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. We gotta ask them. We gotta join in, bro.
We can skate with them.
Yeah, that'll be like our summer movie. No, our fall movie.
Or
I'm
fall
just
movie.
gonna
Yeah.
take their skateboard, bro. Like, watch this shit. Run with that shit.
Can you skateboard?
When I was little, but not anymore. I stuck to soccer, and then I fucked up my hip really bad.
Bro, is your hip fucked up like super badly?
Uh,
Because I remember I told my sister the joke that you told me that made me laugh when you were telling me about your new job and you're trying out your boots, and he was like running around doing basketball moves, and he's like, you see, like I'm unstoppable. Nah, but I already fucked up my hip.
like, I'm telling you, when I was like a youngin, I was playing soccer, and I kicked the ball, and like my hip literally cracked.
Damn.
Like I heard a crack, right? And like once I heard that shit, like I literally fell to the ground, and like I couldn't get up, like I couldn't walk.
How old are
Literally.
you?
I was like 13, 11.
Damn, so like it's
Damn.
almost been like 10 years and that
Hell
shit still
yeah.
hurts?
Yeah, cause like, bro, I don't know.
Did
what
you go to
was
the doctor or anything?
Yeah, they said like, oh, you for sure tore your hip flexor. They told me that for sure.
Damn, it just never healed.
Like,
Like,
they said you just gotta do some rehab and shit like that. She's like, bro,
did you?
I did. Like it stretches, it's just
Uh-huh,
stretches.
uh-huh.
But I don't know, like that should.
That shit just never healed properly, right?
Yeah, bro, it's fucked up. And then like
Damn.
everything that's. So if I'm putting in work, you know, that shit just fucks like I just
You
fucking
start
go-
being like, ah, fuck.
I'm like,
Like,
hold on, let me take a minute, you know.
Bruh.
Serious,
the
yeah.
quarter just ended. The quarter just
Literally.
ended. Fucking do you guys ever have like injuries that still hurt you from when you were a kid?
From when I was a kid?
Yeah.
No.
I sometimes
think
just
so.
feel the back of my head.
Oh yeah, my
I'm
sister.
like, I wonder if I have a scar.
Bro, when we were kids, me and my sister were like jumping on the bed, as they say you shouldn't do. And my sister fucking fell over, and you know at the corner of like the
Like the drawers.
yeah, like she literally the back of her head hit
It was kinda
perfectly, like
this. It was basically pointing like this. It was
yeah,
pointing like
yeah,
this.
like a
Damn.
perfect corner, boom, like hits the back of her head. And I remember I was pretty
And
scared.
I remember I hit it. And you know how you hit your head as a kid,
And you start-
and you just hold
Yeah.
it, but you're like, no, I'm not gonna cry.
Yeah.
and then I remember I grabbed my head, and then I looked at my hands and I saw blood.
And did you cry?
And then I started screaming.
Yeah.
That's when I
My
that's,
sis-
that's when I
She freaked me out when she started
That's-
screaming.
That's when I freaked out because like I was fine. Like it's weird because like I had fallen before. Like you know when you fall and stuff, and this time like I fell and I was just like, okay, like I'm fine, I'm chilling.
That one wasn't too
and
bad.
then as soon as I saw like the blood, I started crying and I started screaming, and I was
Mhm.
like,
No, yeah. Well, because when she fell, I was already like pretty spooked. But when she started
Yeah.
crying, I was like, uh-oh.
yeah.
Uh-oh. I always talk about how I had like this weird like vision that night that they took you. I just had a dream. No, I swear I remember I had a dream of her in the hospital just getting like the stitches. Like I had a dream of that.
I got
That's what I mean by
I
vision.
got stapled, bro.
Got
Yeah.
stapled?
She had staples in her
I had
head.
staples in my
I
head.
remember I looked at them. I was like,
I
whoa.
still have a scar on my chin for when I ate shit. I remember when we first moved into the house that I live in now. It was really like the outside was really like fucked up, like the cement, like for the driveway.
Yeah.
It was all fucked up, and they had like, and the stairs to like get into my house, they're really fucked up, and we hadn't like done anything about it yet. And I would always like run up the stairs because I don't know, I thought it was a shit. You know, when you're kids, you think you're Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, "Stop doing that because you're gonna fall and you're gonna get hurt." And I was like, "Well, whatever, Dad." Like, you know. And I did it, and on the first like my foot caught and I hit my chin on the front step and started gushing. And I was like,
that's crazy. That you're saying about your dad, because I remember I was jumping on my bed, like it was a bunk bed, and I was jumping all the way up top, and my dad was getting pissed, like, bro, don't do that shit. And I jumped off and I broke my leg.
Are you serious?
You broke your leg,
bro? As a little, literally, bro.
Bro,
I'm telling you, as a little kid, bro. As a little kid, I went through it, bro. I remember my mom told me like my like this little notch right here, like detached, bro. So I was like bleeding from over here. I broke like a pinky, everything, but like.
Are
bro,
you serious?
Yeah, literally, bro. I went through it as a kid, but like when I broke my leg, bro, my dad didn't believe me. Like you better get your ass up, bro.
Yeah, that,
and he got my ass up and like he hit me a little bit, bro. And I was like, ain't no fucking way.
Yeah.
I literally broke my leg.
No,
and
I remember when I broke my finger, my parents were like, that shit's not broken. Like, you're not even crying. Like, I know you'd be crying. And I was like, what? Like, I'm telling you, this is fucked up. Like, this is messed up. And then my dad and my mom were like, just stop complaining. Like, move it. And I remember, I swear to God, I kept going like this because my parents were like, you got to move it or it's going to like mess up. And I was like, I feel like that doesn't make sense. And then like the next morning, like it was like, it was huge and like purple. And my mom was like, oh, like she took me to the doctor and the doctor was like, bro, like, why don't you come with me? And he's like, this is broken. And then my mom started crying because she was like, oh my God. She was like, oh.
She's like, I knew it the whole time.
She was like, oh, and I was like, dude, like what? Like
I begged you.
Yeah. I was like, you guys call me like a baby. You guys are like, move it. And I was like,
they pulled out all the tricks. They're like, you're gonna miss us when we're gone.
I got so mad because when I went back to school, they were like, bro, I saw you crying. I was like, bro, no, I fucking didn't. I was so mad. I always pray that myself that I didn't cry because I was like, all right, now I'm really not gonna cry. Because everybody's like, oh, you broke your finger. I was like, yeah, whatever.
Damn.
Bro, that's crazy. How old were you when you broke your leg?
I don't know. I couldn't remember because it had to be when I was young. Because I don't like my parents tell me all the time like you were fucked up as a kid. Like you broke every bone. In your
you were fucked up.
You broke your leg though?
Yeah, bro. Like
well, because that young, like I've seen kids like that young break their bones. And I always feel so bad because I'm like, what could you have been doing, bro? Wait, okay, we're gonna go on a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Kids like that young break their bones and I always feel so bad because I'm like, what could you have been doing, bro? Wait, okay, we're gonna go on a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Mysterious Jax from Ladies Night Radio Show. That's right, the entertaining, fun show with cheeseman, hot topics, and just all girl talk. This show is for the ladies, so make sure you catch it every Friday at 7:30 with me and my ladies, only on TGN Latinx. Hey, Michael, that's a dope-ass shirt. What is that?
You know what it is. I only rock the Flyers gear, and the Flyers gear can be found with TGN Radio.
Where did you get it?
TGNradio.net. Go onto the page, click TGN Shop Store, and you can get everything you need.
I'm getting mine right now. And make sure y'all do the same. Go get your TGN merch. Enjoy your show.
Hey, my name is Jasmine Sweets, and I'm so excited to be bringing you The Sweet Spot on TGN Vibes, Good Vibes, and R&B. Playing the old school, new school, and in between. I'm coming to you this summer. Stay tuned.
What's up, friends? It's IE and Friends. We're here at the Podcast Pit LA. It was so fun. We came to rep the IE. I think we did a pretty good job. So shout out to the Podcast Pit for having us. Shout out to TGN. You guys should definitely check them out. You should check me out, Saul V. Gomez.
Y'all can find me at I Know Caesar on IG. You can find me at airbear_IE on IG.
And you guys can find the podcast at IE and Friends on every social media network except for OnlyFans. That's coming soon. So stay tuned. So follow us and follow TGN Podcast Pit. Have a good day, guys.
Hooty-hoo! Are you looking for a DJ for your next private party, wedding, club, corporate event, tour, or even bar mitzvah? DJ Dash is a guy that can get it done. With 10 years plus experience in both audio and video DJing, I can cater to literally any crowd for any occasion. Call or text me now at area code 323-854-2013. Once again, that's 323-854-2013. And don't forget to keep up with me on all social medias, including SoundCloud, handle @Dash_Approved, DASHAPPROVED. See you soon.
It's back, Jax. Have you heard? It's back.
Michael, what are you talking about? What's back?
The podcast pit. It is returning Monday, May 23rd. Brand new venue.
Oh my God, the podcast pit is back. Exciting. Where's it at?
It's going to be at Jox's Daily at 7:30 p.m.
I know where that's at. That's at 11168 Washington Boulevard in Culver City.
So, Jax, will I see you there?
Oh, you know it, baby.
Yo, Jerry, what you sipping on?
You already know, Mike. It's Michelada time. Flavorful, handcrafted Michi mix to top off with your favorite cerveza. It will have you saying, wow, baby, at every drink. Michelada time is freshly made in small batches, bringing you the perfect Michelada every time.
The streets are talking, Jerry. That Michelada time is liquid gold. Where can I find it?
Check out our website at www.micheladatimemix.com. That is M-I-
What's up, everyone? All right, back to my questions, right? My notes. All right, so my next one was the probability of being born, right?
Yeah.
All right. Initial thoughts. What do you think I'm gonna say?
It's so you're gonna tell us the probability?
No.
What?
I was gonna say I was gonna make you. I just wanted to make you guys think about it. I was thinking about how we're set to reach about 8 billion people in the world
Any day now, right?
Yeah, any day now, right? The report came out. I don't know if you saw it. Did you see that?
Nah.
Yeah, the report came out that said any day now we're gonna hit 8 billion people in the world. And then we were looking at the line, right? And I remember what was it? 3 million? 3 million people were gonna live in the line.
I actually don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, we talked about this on the show.
Wait, oh, the line. I was
Yeah.
like, I thought you meant like the line, like what's the line before we cross? I was like, I don't.
Oh no, I mean,
yeah.
I mean the line. It was 3 million, no, or 9 million?
I don't remember.
Oh my goodness.
I don't
Do you
remember.
remember? Either way, right? And that's the same size as LA City. Like the entire population of Los Angeles is just like 3 million. So 3 million over like 8 billion. You're good at math, right? Like think about that probability of us just being born in this certain part of the world.
I looked it up. The probability of like being born is 1 in 400 trillion.
Wow.
Trillion.
There you go. You said everything I needed to say. I didn't need it. And it's a good thing I didn't write anything down.
No, that's why I was like, oh, so what is it, bro?
No,
Whoa.
It's
because the follow up to this Google like answer, it says scientists say the odds of you being born are at least 1 in 400 trillion, maybe even 1 in 400 quadrillion. So and that's like it might be even more. Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You see, bro, that's
crazy.
That's why. How can you be so sad, man? When you're like
crazy.
you're just to be born, you're special, bro. You're one of the lucky. Just to be born, you're lucky, right?
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to bring that up because that one's like a positive one, right?
Am I though?
Yeah, Julie. think about just in the nutsack,
you know,
right? Like how many? Brandon, look this up. How many sperm are in each? Like I don't know.
like
Like,
How many sperm is in one nut?
yeah.
Wait, what do you mean by that? In
one nut.
In one testicle, or do you mean in
one
one
sperm.
ejaculation?
Oh, no.
You guys didn't answer.
I'm busting a nut.
Ejaculation.
Why do I gotta search this up?
Because you were looking it up. Yeah, you got your phone out.
No, when you asked this question, it reminded me of those memes when they're like the probability of like when you're. I don't know if you've seen it. It's the meme where it's like a baby. And it's like, I want to be born in a rich family. You're born in like Iowa or some shit.
You're born in Iowa.
Okay, so a fertile male human.
That's what it reminded me of.
A fertile male human ejaculates between 2 and 5 milliliters of semen. In each milliliter, there are normally about 100 million sperm.
Bro, a 1 in 100 million? That's the probability of just being born through that. Like, I don't know. I just want to bring it up because I'm like, bro, it's kind of cool.
Okay, but damn. But then the actual chance of being born is like 1 in 400 trillion.
Yeah. Well, it's even bigger than that. Yeah, because I always say, like, bro, as far as we know, there's nothing out there.
Yeah, because
right?
it's what they say, 100 million, and one of them has to survive.
Damn.
Yeah.
You know what? This reminds me of. Remember what I was telling you when we were at the pool on Sunday about souls? I was saying, like, bro, if your soul was like your actual soul, let's say souls exist too first, right?
In this scenario,
souls exist.
You don't believe in souls?
No, I mean, I don't know.
But let's just, well, you don't know.
Some people don't, you know.
Hypothetically, let's say souls exist, right?
Yeah.
Let's say your soul also has like a figure. Well, let's say, and then in this scenario, your soul also looks like you. The way you look now.
Yeah.
So let's say reincarnation is real. Anytime you've ever lived in the past, or if you live
like you,
you still have like a similar face to you. Would that change the way you see your body and you see your face and your beauty? Yeah. Would you feel as though like, wow, bro, like I really am like I'm just me. There's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then there's there's like doppelgangers that look like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there is. It's
So
weird.
That's what I'm saying.
You ever see people who look like you?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
How do
Like,
you how though?
You've never
How is
seen
that?
someone who
No,
looks
but
like
like
you?
how is it that you have a doppelganger?
Because there's 8 billion people. In the
Yeah.
world.
Like,
that's what I'm
Somebody
saying.
found to look
Probability.
like you.
And then we're going back to like, oh, you gotta. There's a 1 in 400 trillion chance of being born. Yet there's so many people that still
Look like
look
you?
alike.
I know.
Like, bro, it's like
I
at
know. What
this
are the odds
point,
of that?
bro?
Bro,
It's the system, bro.
Bro, to aliens, we probably all look alike. They're probably like, what? I don't. How do you know? How can you tell them apart? Like,
It's because of the small differences, right, in like our faces.
Because like you know how when you see two tigers, like if they switched, I'd be like, I don't know which one's which.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I remember I thought about that. Like, why do animals look the same? Like, I feel
It's
like
'cause, you know-
I couldn't tell like a chicken apart from another chicken, a tiger apart from another tiger,
Yeah.
like a donkey apart from another donkey.
Unless it's like completely different. Like, oh well, that one's way bigger. Like,
Yeah, or that one's a different color.
But in general, I'm like, I can't tell them.
like
apart.
cats.
Yeah. Like I.
Well,
have
you
to
know what?
really
Okay,
look.
that's different though. Well, dogs I feel like have a lot of diversity though.
I
I,
feel like-
know if that's not my
That's what
fucking
I'm
dog.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Because when animals like breed, it's mostly because it's the same animal. Like they
Mhm.
look the same. They look exactly the same. So that's probably
Mm-hmm.
why every animal looks exactly the same. Whereas
No, but-
dogs
yeah.
is different. You know, like
Oh,
they'll
yeah.
fuck they'll fuck another breed whenever they want.
I think it's because for dogs.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
I think it's because for dogs, there's different like variation. Like if you got two pit bulls together
Mhm.
and they were the same color, it would kind of be like the tiger,
Mhm.
right?
But don't you have like a purebred pit bull? And you have like a German Shepherd too, no?
Yeah.
So if you guys got switched, would you guys be able to tell? They got like,
Like, if
a
they
very close.
I feel like I could tell what my dog looked like, but I think that's because like dogs kind of evolved to be like around humans.
Oh,
like,
so it's not
I
fair.
think-
It's not a fair
so
comparison.
I think to be for dogs, it was like evolutionary, like a benefit to
Yeah,
like.
we like things that are different. It's like I don't want my dog to be.
Well,
the
isn't
same.
that why they say dogs like have very expressive eyes? Is because
Yeah.
they did that for people.
Bro, they say the eyebrow movement came from evolving with humans, because you know how
Really?
wolves don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're like dogs got that because like well, obviously humans can read faces.
Uh-huh.
So we bred the ones that we could like kind of read more,
Yeah.
like the ones that seem to give like an expression, and we're like,
Yeah.
I like that one. That one looks like it's smiling.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Nah, I'm telling you, my dog has a soul. What you talking about? That's mini me right there.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know.
What do you
I feel
mean?
like dogs have souls, right?
Yeah, well, it's weird because I told I've had dogs all my life,
Yeah.
and definitely there's some smarter than others. Like
Yeah.
and what's weird is when they're really smart. Right now I have Rocky. Rocky's really smart, so it makes me feel bad when like animal stuff happens to him. You know, he gets sprayed by a skunk because I'm like this dude is like depressed. Like he understands.
Like, ain't no fucking
he
way.
took it now.
He knows
Ain't no
he stinks
fucking
right
way.
now.
Yeah. He's like he feels down on his luck right now. That's what I mean. But when they're because like I said, I've had a lot of dogs. I've also had really like kind of like not the smartest
Dumb
dogs.
dogs.
Yeah, I've had dumb dogs, and they're always the more like blissfully like happy and excited to just do anything.
So to be intelligent is to be sad.
I think intelligence is a curse. I think intelligence is a
Absolutely.
curse.
You know what trips me out? That dog's dream. What are you dreaming about, bro? Like I want to know what it's probably so like abstract and like
I know.
creepy.
Like if we saw it,
like if we could
creepy,
like
yeah.
if we could like get a dog's dream, it probably is creepy because people are probably like, you know what I mean? I don't
Yeah,
know.
people are probably like almost like a
It
god in the dream.
Yeah.
They're like you just see a giant hand. Like
or they like we talk gibberish to them, so probably like have you guys heard that? Where the beluga whales, where they have recordings of them, and you can hear it sounds like the beluga whales are mimicking people, so they sound like
oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
I've heard that. Yeah, I think you sent it to me.
So like that's probably what dog dreams be like. They wouldn't know what we're talking about, so we
Yeah.
sound like. Wah.
I was gonna say yeah, like probably in their dreams, like our vibration, like our voice is almost like physical in the dream, in their
Damn.
dream, because they're like I don't know what they mean. I only really understand pictures.
I just
you know what I mean.
I wonder how realistic it looks. Like, does it look like my dreams? Like, does it look like that?
Or does it
Or
look
does
all
just-
like you know
does it-
when Family Guy goes
or like
to
when
multiverses,
or like when Squidward goes in SpongeBob's mind and like SpongeBob sees things like you know what I mean? Maybe like that.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
No, it's
Like,
crazy that you say that because my dog literally has dreams as well, right?
Yeah.
And like in his dreams, like sometimes he's whimpering, like
Yeah.
like, and he's like trying to like run and shit like
Uh-huh.
that. But then other times, like his tail's wagging. Like,
Yeah.
his literally tail's wagging. I'm like, bro, what's good with you? What's going on in there?
No,
I'm
yeah,
like, it's weird.
Because sometimes I see my dog and he's like he's like,
They
he's like running and I'm like, what's going on, boy? Like what's going
What's
on?
going on?
What's
I'm
going
right
on?
here.
What's going on in there? Like,
what's going on in there?
Yeah.
Who are you chasing?
like
Who are we getting?
yeah, right. You know what? I got a question for you guys.
Oh, okay,
Do you
go
guys
ahead.
think it's like, because I don't know, we're talking about kind of like kids, right? And people. Do you think it's like important to like grow up with siblings? I feel like, right?
Important. I don't. Important is maybe the wrong choice.
Yeah,
but I think
you think it's beneficial. Or
Yeah,
like, yeah, that's what
I
I
do
meant.
think it's beneficial. I do think you benefit a lot when you have siblings.
Yeah.
Especially, but I'm biased, but especially
Yeah.
when they're different genders.
Yeah.
Because you get like comfortable socializing with both like genders, and you
Yeah.
also gain a lot of perspective. Like
Yeah.
That's
I've always been like pretty chill with chicks because I'm like, I mean, my sisters like
Yeah.
always
Yeah,
has like her friends
same.
or always
Yeah.
has them over.
I
Like
feel
I
like
always just talk to them.
yeah, I feel like I've also been pretty chill with dudes. I feel like
Yeah.
I can naturally just talk to them and like not think anything about it.
Yeah, I think it's an important learning part of having siblings. Well, because that's what
Well-
happens in the wild, right?
Yeah.
Where like they grow up in the litter, so they know how to like
Well,
interact.
because the other part that I thought of that is like what should their age gaps be? I feel like our age gap is actually pretty nice.
Oh, like just 2 years?
Yeah.
That's true. So
Because I
you're-
compare it to like our older brother, and that's like a bigger age gap.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool too. 'Cause
Yeah, that
it's
is
like,
cool, yeah.
Like we
Perspective.
have really
Yeah.
like extreme different like perspectives. But it's like it's also cool like this. So I don't know. I feel like our trio
Oh,
has always been pretty. Chill.
Yeah, but we're biased too because I mean none of us are only kids here. I think we all
Yeah,
have siblings.
That's true.
That is
And you guys have more siblings than we do.
Yeah.
And we only have one other brother.
Yeah, I have 3 sisters.
Damn.
3 sisters and 2 brothers.
Yeah, bro. He has a
yeah.
fucking lot of siblings.
That's a family right
You have
there.
you just have 3 brothers, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Y'all misogynistic in there or what? Or not? Your mom holds it down.
My mom for sure holds that shit down. But when it's 3 brothers and like they've experienced what they've experienced and like they
Mhm.
know like who they are and like what they possess, they'll be
Bro.
it's impossible not to be like for them not to like have an out view towards women when they've experienced what they've experienced.
Like machista or
Not machista. It's just more like a.
Well, it's because since they're only dudes, I think you mean like you only have the dude's perspective, right? The dude
Yeah.
side of like relationships and shit.
Yeah, literally.
So you don't really sympathize or empathize with like the female side because you've never really heard it that much.
Yeah.
Now, but that being said, like I've seen enough of like the relationships where I was like, where I can see like where the female is coming from, and like where I see like, damn, bro, what you talking about? You know
I
what I'm
get what
saying?
you're saying.
Yeah,
I get
Bro.
what you're saying.
But then at the end of the day, like that's my blood right there. So I'm like,
I get you. You're always gonna side with like your
Like,
siblings,
you know?
right? Yeah, yeah. No, I think that's naturally what everybody does. I think
Yeah.
I think your siblings could like be like super in the wrong or say something out of
Yeah.
pocket and just be like, yeah, it's
come on,
just my brother.
Nah,
bro.
but that being,
Yeah.
said, that being said, like if they do say something like that's way too out of pocket, I'll for sure like check them. Saying,
Yeah,
like,
I
bro,
mean,
what
you
the
gotta
fuck?
check each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's why you said like that's what's beneficial about having siblings is that like that's the same reflected
Yeah.
on your siblings feel to you.
Yeah.
Like so it's just like a foundation of people checking you,
Yeah.
like keeping you in check or either keeping you in check or holding it down.
Yeah.
So it's like bro, like there's a
you
lot
have to get checked in life,
yeah, you really do.
Yeah.
You gain a lot of like
Literally.
you become humble, perspective.
People
But
who
it's,
don't get checked, bro.
it's funny that like you only have brothers too, because bro, I swear every time I walk into your house, like then fucking your fucking like huge ass, like how much does Buddy weigh?
Oh, actually, I took him to the vet recently. He weighs like 80 pounds, 70, 75.
75, 80 pounds, like
Yeah.
this fucking pit bull, this great pit bull, all dudes, like your dad's there shirtless and shit sometimes. Like, bro, there's just so much testosterone. Like, I walk in, bro, and I like transform. I get like 2 sizes bigger.
You grow more chest hair?
Yeah. I'm like, damn, like the testosterone in here, bro.
We're just a bunch of fools, bro. Just a bunch
Yeah.
of fools, basically.
Yeah, so, like for real, bro. Sometimes I walk in, like one of his brothers doing like pull-ups, or like the other one's like drinking, like like it's just testosterone, bro, to the max. But I fuck with it, bro. It's like a man cave. It's just like a
Yeah,
man
they're
house.
They've gotten cooler.
They've gotten cooler. I feel you. You get along better with your siblings when you grow up, definitely. I mean, I feel like we always got along. It's just that
I think it's interesting because I feel like we got along, but we were still living in our own like separate worlds.
Mhm.
And then eventually kind of just merged together.
Oh, I get you. Yeah, when we got older,
When
yeah.
we got older, we were
I
like,
mean,
okay, we got
yeah.
into the mix of everything. Like, I met you guys.
Do you feel that way with your little sister yet, or not yet?
What do you mean?
Like, do you feel like your worlds are merging? Because with my sister,
Slowly
means-
but surely, because like I mean, we have like an age gap where we're close, but like so she's 18, I'm 21. So like it's like at certain ages, it's like you are closer because it's like, oh well, she's 8 and I'm like 11, like we're still kids. But then it's like, oh well, I'm 14, she's 11, she's just a little kid. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Or like I'm 18, she's like 17. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It's like, but slowly but surely, as we get older, it's like, oh, I remember when I was.
One day
there.
she's gonna be on the show, bro. Why? Yeah. One day she's gonna be on the show.
Well, I'll finally meet her.
It'll be the sibling, bro. It'll be my sibling and your sister.
It's just switched though. He's the oldest. No?
I'm older than her.
I thought you meant in genders.
And,
I was like, huh?
Wait a minute.
Okay, look, I'll ask you guys what do you guys want to talk about next? So I'm gonna give you two: mega floods, or this one's shout out to Speak Up JV because they did an amazing like podcast segment called "Would You Date Yourself?" and I thought it was like interesting to think about. Oh, you know what? And this is kind of a downer, but I'll add there. If you had a genetic curse that's hereditary, would you have kids? Which of those three interests you?
Damn.
Is he?
I mean, they're all pretty fucked. Those are all good questions. What the fuck?
Bro, yeah, I told you I had to get in the mind.
The date yourself seems interesting. It's funny.
Go answer it.
That one, yeah.
All right. No, actually, you know what? Is it you go first?
I would for sure not date myself.
You wouldn't date
Why not
yourself?
though?
Fuck no.
Why
Cause,
not?
bro, I know what I am and I know who I stand for.
Bro, what do you think?
You're not even loyal to yourself, bro.
To myself, damn.
Bro, have you seen Loki? Have you ever seen Loki?
Yeah.
He
Oh,
falls in love with himself.
Oh yeah, he does.
Yeah, but he's
Bro,
very
but it's
vain.
Loki,
like,
yeah. What the fuck? He literally wants to kill his brother.
Like, Loki loves himself. Like,
So
he's vain.
But what do you think that means? So does that mean like because he wouldn't date himself? Is that bad or is that like nah? Like
I don't know. Do you
that's
feel
cool
it's
because
bad, bro?
people say opposites attract.
I think for sure it's
Opposites
bad.
attract.
I think for sure it's bad. But then I could see it as like, oh, I know my values and I know like what I stand for, you know.
Mhm.
And like as a human being, like I wouldn't want to put my own self through that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like why would you want to do that?
Agree. I feel like I agree.
You agree? You feel the same way?
Yeah, I don't think I'd date myself. I'd be like, what? Nah. not down, bro.
Bro,
Not
what is
This
that.
guy?
What does this mean?
guy?
I wonder what this means. I feel like this is like I don't know if this is good or bad.
So
Like, if
you
you
guys
wouldn't-
so
like,
I'm
if you
assuming
wouldn't-
I'm assuming you guys would then, right?
No, I feel like I wouldn't date myself either. That's why I'm saying like, is this bad?
Well,
Like-
maybe it's just like you see
Is
in
it-
yourself
But
for
it's
self improvement.
okay.
Yeah,
okay, 'cause-
yeah.
you know what
I
I'm
feel
saying?
like more like that.
Wait,
I've
say-
talked
say
to
what
my
that?
sister.
What'd
I
you say?
say like when you say that, I see like if you can't do yourself, you see yourself like you need more improvement or you need more
yeah.
self improvement to reach what you
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to
yeah.
reach. You know?
Your
Okay,
own
but
harshest
I-
critic.
Okay,
You know?
but I told my sister. I remember we talked. It was like kind of like this last time, but I remember I told her like I don't want to date like someone that's like me because I'm already like I have filled that
Yeah.
niche. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
like if they're
facts.
like I'm already into that's the stuff I'm already into. You know, like
Yeah.
I'd be cool if like you were into other stuff.
Show
and
me,
then I'm,
show
yeah,
me another world.
yeah, exactly. So I'm like, I don't
Okay.
think I'd date myself, but it's not even because of like I have a deeper
Mhm.
problem. I think to me it's just like too much of the same thing. What is it? Too
Wars.
much of a good thing is a bad thing, right?
Yeah.
I already like my own shit.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
I'd rather learn something new. And if I
Yeah.
don't like, even if I don't like what they don't like, that's okay too. Like
Yeah, yeah.
we don't. They might not like what I like. You know.
Really? Would you date yourself?
Okay, because the way I was thinking the question was that if I were another person and I met me,
Mm.
like would I date myself? I would. But then the way Stevie said it, which is like, would I date someone who has similar likes like me? Probably not.
Mhm.
Because I feel like you interpreted the question differently than like what I was hearing myself.
I think there's a lot of layers to
yeah.
that question.
So
Like,
I
you
feel
know.
like if I were like to be another person and I met me, I think I would date myself. Yes, I would. I probably would.
Okay.
Bro, I'm a good person.
Okay, no.
Fair enough. That's cool. That's cool.
Okay.
What do you
No,
think?
well, like, you know the way she's saying
Oh,
it,
okay,
like
okay.
damn.
But if I were, but,
Bro, what
but
if
if
you
I
met-
were, but if I were to meet someone who's like me, like my personality likes the same things as me, I probably still would because I'm like we have a lot of things in common.
Oh,
and
I
feel
get you, like,
and
the
I feel like I would
chemistry's there?
be,
So,
yeah,
like,
like
yeah,
the-
I'm
like
a chick right now approaching me right now. I'm like, hey, what's up? You know?
Yeah, you guys just mix really good. You're like.
yeah,
Like, you
they're-
say something, you're like, man, I don't want to do that
Bruh,
bullshit, and she's like, honestly
they have-
saying,
they
and
have
you're like,
this-
Damn, I'm like,
Bro,
shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
like they have like the same vibe as me, bro. I don't know. I feel like
Okay,
that'd be
yeah.
fun. I
She's-
feel like that'd be fun.
she's convincing.
I don't know what y'all
bro.
talking about, but it's because that's.
But
me,
maybe
you know?
that's like a gender thing.
I'm gonna
Maybe,
stick to my guns.
yeah,
Stick to my
you're gonna be like,
guns.
nah.
Nah, yeah.
Maybe it's a gender thing. Maybe like dudes wouldn't date themselves, but women would.
It's because
Maybe.
y'all got problems.
Wow,
That's what he said.
Crazy.
Everybody has problems, bro. No
No,
one's
yeah.
perfect. If
Well,
you think you're
yeah.
perfect, then you're not improving.
Well, yeah, bro. That's why I don't know.
Facts.
You want to hear the next question?
Yeah.
Hey, was it a question? It was like, did you guys hear about the mega floods?
Yeah.
That California is apparently
So
gonna.
what's happening with them?
So
Is
it's
it 'cause
not
of fires.
It's
or-
no. It's not anything that's
Like actively gonna
like
happen.
actively gonna
But
happen.
it's saying as climate change worsens, Los Angeles, and I think is it all California? I
Most
thought
of
it was
California.
more. I thought
It was like a lot of
Well,
California.
I read it as mostly targeted as kind of like Los Angeles. It's
Mhm.
more susceptible to like mega floods,
Oh my
and
God.
the disaster that could cause could be like way more than like Katrina did to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
heard about
Yeah.
that.
I think people took it as a warning. Like California was saying, like mega floods are
It's gonna
like,
happen like
yeah,
tomorrow.
it's happening like in a few
Yeah.
weeks. Prepare. No, they were saying that like eventually, if climate change gets worse,
It was more
like,
like they think that like
studies show
they think that
know?
officials should budget and prepare for this kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's good.
But I mean,
'Cause-
they always say that and they never do until
Yeah.
it happens.
Because the headline said that it would be like the most expensive natural disaster in history, right? In human
Yeah,
history,
like, it'd be
if
pretty
it
bad.
if it happens, like what is it, like 40 times the cost of Hurricane Katrina?
Something ridiculous,
fuck.
crazy.
And
yeah.
it's crazy because
Yeah.
you and me always talk
had
about
just,
Hurricane.
we had just
Katrina,
talked
yeah.
about it, I think the day before, and then that article came out and it said it might be like as how the hurricane was.
Fuck
Yeah.
And we were
bro.
just talking about, and we were like, bro, they haven't recovered since.
That's
Yeah.
the worst way to go too,
What-
bro.
how
Flood.
long has it been?
Oh, like it,
Like,
like
for them?
God.
how
Like,
long has
for
it
them,
been?
Has it been?
When did Hurricane Katrina happen? 2000s. I know it happened in decades of 2000s.
It was when George Bush was president. I know that
Oh, because that's when Kanye West said
That's when Kanye
George
West-
Bush.
yeah.
No, yeah, George Bush doesn't care.
about black people. That's what he
Yeah.
said.
Nah, that's the worst way to go, bro. Fucking
A
flood,
flood?
bro. Just seeing that shit.
What about getting burned alive or skinned alive?
I'd rather
You
take burn.
drown? So we're
I feel
drowning?
like I feel
The
rather
like
get
tsunami,
burned.
bro, just go. Just dive under the wave. Have you never been to the beach?
I feel
I'm
like the force of the
fucked
wave
up.
would probably knock you out.
Hell yeah, bro. It's literally concrete hitting you, like literally. At
But I feel like you wouldn't feel it. Like it would be like instantaneous.
damn.
Because like you'd be knocked out. I don't think you'd. I feel like I get what you mean. Like if you drown, that sucks. But like if it like just hits you and it knocks you out, I mean, you know.
There's
There's
just like, bro, you're seeing it coming too. Like, there's
Nah,
literally
yeah, that
nothing
probably
you can do.
sucks.
Like, oh no, you're stuck and frozen, bro.
well, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people say that like when you're in moments when you think like, all right, this is actually it, that you actually are like calm. Jim Carrey says he was. When
Jim
he,
Carrey?
yeah, have
Do
you
you
heard
remember
the story?
the
What
Hawaii
happened?
He was in Hawaii, and this happened in real life where Hawaii got like an alert that a missile was coming, like a nuke, and so they were saying like it was a false alarm, but they were saying like shelter in place, and Jim Carrey was like, "Damn, I guess this is it," and he said he just kind of sat there on the beach and was like, "I'm okay with this," you know.
That's way better. A nuke, bro. That's different though.
You said that's way better.
I don't know
Yeah, bro.
about way
Bro,
better.
if downtown was getting nuked, I'm like, bro, take me to downtown right now. Like,
Bro,
hey,
so get it over with?
bro,
Get it over with?
bro,
Yeah.
where we live, we wouldn't need to go to downtown.
exactly what I'm saying. I'd be like,
No.
bro, but get me closer so I don't have to like, you know.
I
feel
know.
or
I'm
think a
telling
thing.
you. No, I'm telling you. We're that close.
I
Come
don't
on,
know.
we did the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
We're that close. It doesn't matter. We could shut our house. Like
Yeah, just
it's gonna come for
look at
us.
the window.
Nah, bro, I can't take no chances. I gotta go. I gotta go. Like,
You
Hey,
no, yeah, because
that's
I don't
100%,
know
bro.
though. That
It's
seems
because we're
pretty
right near the
gnarly.
downtown.
but what's it called? Talking about the mega floods. Do you think that's because you know how like they discovered like the Earth is spinning faster?
I haven't heard about this.
Like they're apparently like they're saying scientists are like
Oh, I
discovered,
did
like,
hear. Yeah.
the Earth is spinning
What's
faster
the
than it's
context
that,
behind
that
this?
apparently in like this past year was like the sun, something about the planet spinning like 0.00001 like
It's like
seconds
it's
faster.
a small amount, but it's
Yeah, the
measurable.
scientists were
It's
like,
measurable,
whoa.
though.
Yeah, they were like, whoa.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, and they say that like maybe it's speeding up. It has something to do with like I guess nothing in our power, right?
Yeah. It's like,
Nothing
well,
we could do about it.
yeah.
Yeah, but like I think they said that like in like a billion years or something, it'll finally be 23-hour days.
You know what I think's trippy?
Damn, that's cool.
Is that Neil deGrasse Tyson, the astrophysicist? He talks. It kind of freaked me out a little bit. Is he was like, he wonders like what questions like we should be asking or what things we should be worried about that we don't even know to be worried about. You know what I mean? Like he was like saying like 1,000 years ago, like problems were happening that they didn't even have a concept of existing. You know what I mean? Like they didn't
Yeah.
understand. Maybe they didn't understand asteroids could wipe out or mega volcanoes or
Yeah.
floods or earthquakes.
Mhm.
So they were just like, ah. But then as you get older, I mean, as society progressed, they were like, damn, this is something to worry about. So he's
Yeah.
saying like he wonders what problems in the future we're gonna be like, damn, like I can't believe we never heard about this. Like
It's
Yeah.
probably
pretty
like
concerning.
black holes fucking like running through. What's up?
Patty with a
It's
fatty
Patty with
commented.
Fatty.
Wow,
He said-
there he is.
He said, bro, it's climate change. Admit it.
Oh, the like spinning. I don't think it is. I really don't think it is.
I think they said it was like something about like a gravitational, like
Yeah.
a different thing in the
Bro,
gravitational.
eventually the
pull.
moon's gonna go away. It's gonna spin farther away
I like that we hot take here. I like that we only have one moon. Makes it more special.
Hell yeah. I mean, fucked up.
I feel like
that's my girl, bro.
I feel
That's
like
my girl. That's my girl.
I feel like 2 moons or more is like nah. It's like it doesn't make them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
not
feel like
as-
the 1 moon is cool. I feel like it makes it more special. We
one
just
moon,
got
one sun, bro. Come on.
1 moon, 1 sun.
One moon, one sun. Yeah, balance.
No woman, no crap.
As all things should be. Let me see what else. Let me see what else I got cooking. You guys want to hear? Okay. I don't know. Do you guys want to talk about Andrew Tate? Nah.
Not really. I feel like it's everybody.
Everybody talks about that.
Everybody talks
Oh, like
about that.
Patty with a fatty. He commented again. The mega flood is gonna be a result from climate change.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
that
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
100%.
Well, yeah, that's from because there's too much water now, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
It's because it's the ice is melting, bro.
That's
You know
I'm
what?
saying.
You know what scares me? Speaking on what you said about how like what's a problem that humanity doesn't like realize is gonna
Is
be a
it
problem.
The viruses and
Yeah, I was thinking about the thing, right? You remember I showed you the
Yeah.
thing, right? I think about that, like, bro, what if there's like something frozen in
The ice?
yeah, in the ice, and then it's gonna unfreeze,
No
and
way.
yeah, and the world's
I mean,
gonna be
people
like,
have
oof.
said that, no? I mean, it
Yeah.
already takes out like a lot of like what is it like gases, and that's why it's
Oh,
affecting even
yeah.
our like what is it called the layer
The
that's
Ozone layer?
Yeah, like
Yeah, it's true. I think scientists have said they've already found like old like mold,
yeah.
like
So
there that they have that was like they haven't seen in like
Didn't they find like a bacteria or something that was frozen and then they thought it out and it was still alive?
oh, are you serious?
Wasn't that? I saw that. I could have. I don't know.
Bro, I gotta go home. I gotta go home.
This is a while ago though.
Yeah.
It's probably like a
I'm
water.
too
bed
late.
or
Nah, but you're
something.
saying the next problem. I think the next problem that we wouldn't know about wouldn't be human made. You know, it wouldn't be human like influenced.
I
It'd
think
be-
I think it's AI. I think people are
Yeah, I
a little
think so,
too.
too.
I think people are a little too like whimsical with
Too
that.
into it.
AI. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's just
they're like, oh, it's
different.
gonna be awesome. I'm like, I don't know.
You know what I was telling this guy? This is another. I remember now. I
Yeah.
didn't write it here, but I was gonna talk to him about him. Have you heard about how like it seems as though AI is only getting smarter and is one day gonna reach like our level of intelligence? I thought about how time is like endless, right? There's really, as far as we know, if we keep being good little boys and girls, like we
Being
take
good
care
little
of the
boys and girls,
planet,
yeah.
like we could live for like millions of years, right? But the way we have such an obsession with like giving things life, it feels as though eventually humans won't be alone. And I see this in a couple of things. I see this in apes, dogs, and AIs. I'll explain each one. For AIs, oh, except for the people on the app. I guess if you want to hear what I had to say, you
go
have
to
you have-
TGN
YouTube, yeah.
Latinx
Yeah.
YouTube channel.
We'll
Yeah.
still be,
We'll see
still
y'all
be
over
live
there.
on
We'll
the
see
YouTube.
y'all.
Yeah, we'll see you there. We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, bye.
Or what?
Where was I? Oh yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
because you know how we were talking about earlier, just on this podcast, we're talking about how dogs like have evolved along our side. If humans continue to like excel, like in terms of like our ability to improve our bodies, our health, like our intelligence, you wouldn't think. I think naturally we would bring dogs along with us. We'd breed like smarter dogs, more capable dogs, and eventually maybe even like some very smart dogs, like Scooby-Doo level dogs. Like, you know, where they can kind of talk, like
or horsemen, bro.
Horsemen,
bro.
yeah, from Sorry to Bother You.
You know what I think is probably gonna happen, and I think it's kind of trippy. Is you know how like people say like for all we know there could have been a more advanced society before us, and they just left no trace. I think if people ever leave the earth, like apes will probably get smart, or like something will get smart and fill our niche, and I think that'll be like kind of trippy because like I feel like by the time that happens, there won't be any evidence of us, especially if we leave. So they'd be like, I wonder if there's any life out here.
We'll be just like these.
But how would they do that? Like, how
do you
would
mean?
another like species get that like sentient like us? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's just kind of like a theoretical, right? Because everybody is led to believe like that, like consciousness is evolved, right? Like if
Yeah.
you don't believe in like a higher power, then it's like it happened
For sure.
naturally. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
that it just like a long periods of time, eventually a species just becomes smart. Like
Just another burning bush, bro.
it evolves. You know what? I don't know. That's weird though. I was watching our first ever podcast, right?
Yeah.
And in that we talked about how you mentioned that Fuck. Lost my train of thought. I'm not gonna lie. What were we just talking about?
The burning bush.
Burning bush.
Before that,
we were
before
talking
that.
about apes getting smart.
Yeah. It was something along those
no
lines.
trace of human
Something about
existence.
dogs.
If we leave dog,
Oh man.
Horsemen.
Oh,
dogs are really
Scooby-Doo.
smart. Dogs can talk. Do you think? I don't know. I feel
Do you
like
think dogs are?
I'm a
gonna
little
talk?
scared of saying that because I'm like, is that even like? Am I? Is that you know what I mean? Is that
Mhm.
actually what could happen?
Oh, I remember what you said now.
What did I
You
say?
said that like I think that life is abundant in the universe, but I think intelligent life is extremely rare.
Yeah.
And then so that makes me think like I don't know, what if we became like we evolved and we left? Would something actually evolve here that can like understand?
The only reason I think maybe is because like we have a similar ancestor with apes. So you know what I mean? It's kind of like on the same track, you know.
They're like-
and there used to be other people.
We just got
you know?
there faster.
There used to be other species of people.
what
There
I'm
were
saying, bro.
Neanderthals.
Do you think they would have beat us to the punch if we didn't like go faster?
What do you mean?
Do you think if like humans
Nah.
stayed dumb, do you think apes would eventually like?
No way. I feel like if apes started like getting smart, people would probably kill them.
No, I don't mean like currently.
It became over.
I don't mean
bro.
currently. I mean like in our ancestors, like
What do you mean?
like
if
when the
they-
Homo
they had-
sapiens were first coming out. Let's say the Homo sapiens weren't actually that smart yet. And then the apes started evolving. Do you think the apes would have eventually beat us to the punch and evolved before us?
No, 'cause that's not what happened.
Yeah. That's not what happened at all, bro.
That's not what happened.
All right.
But then
My
again,
bad.
like it's literally a lack
Because
of
you guys are
evidence.
team humans. You guys are team.
Well, it's
humans.
literally a lack of evidence as well. Cause like, bro, like as much as we want to know what happened, like we literally cannot know. Man.
Yeah, I get you. You guys sound like even like a basketball team. You're
I think-
like, nah, humans would three
Stop playing with me.
Sweep. No, but
even
I,
if they were injured.
I just think that's an interesting time to be alive. Is like when there's other like actual species of people, like an
Yeah.
other like
Yeah,
different.
bro.
Because I know people like are like really weird about that, pretending that we all are different, even though we're not. But like, imagine like how bad it would be if there genuinely was another race of person.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Like different facial
Like
features,
species.
Well, like if
fucking
Neanderthals
shorter.
were still around,
It was Homo sapiens, Homo erectus, and what
Neanderthals. There's a lot. There's
Yeah, there's
a
Denisovans,
bunch.
all kinds of things.
just a bunch of different species of human.
and we just
Homo sapiens, we swept.
Easy.
We went.
Easy.
97
Like,
bulls.
bro, like,
97 I like I like what Jurassic Park when you know when you go on the
Yeah.
ride and it says like it gives you a little intro and it's like back when the world was new. I don't know why I like that way of describing like prehistoric time because I
Yeah.
feel like that is when the world was new because there was so much vegetation, right?
Yeah.
So everything was just fucking huge. Bro, I think I told both of you. I don't know. I'm kind of you say that if you time travel you'd go back and see the dinosaurs.
Hell
right?
yeah. I'd want to go see dinosaurs, bro. I'd be like, yo, you wouldn't believe. Because, like, there's like a fraction of what we have is what actually existed. Like, there's probably way more like mind blowing life forms that we don't even have fossil records of.
It's
I
true.
feel like that'd be pretty.
But
cool.
doesn't that intimidate you? Like,
yeah,
did
for
you think-
sure. That's what
Well,
I'm
I
saying.
wouldn't be like exposed. I'd probably like,
No way.
I wouldn't like just be out there like, hey guys. You know? I'd probably be
But
like,
if you're going back, are you guaranteed a safe passage back?
yeah. Is
Okay.
it like a safe? Like I wouldn't.
No,
No, okay,
of course
no, so-
not. It's on
okay.
you. It's
Okay,
on
then,
you.
If I'm going back, then I'm going to see when the asteroid hit. Stop playing with me. Like,
Dude,
what?
I feel like
Why
that's
not?
That's the answer.
that's
I'm like, fuck it. You know
much
what?
safer. I
Yeah.
guess.
I mean, if I'm not getting, if I'm not
Nah.
guaranteed a safe passage back, fuck it. you
The
know?
way I envision it is kind of like a safari. I take like a team. I'd have like military. I'd like have. I'd be
Dude, literally
strapped.
would recreate Jurassic Park.
Literally, that's literally how all horror movies start, bro. You literally, your whole
That
team,
is-
your whole team is
I'm
white.
different though. I'm different. Though.
You got that dog in
He's
you?
been
Yes,
he's been
exactly.
studying it. He's
Bro, I
been
literally
have
doing
notebooks and everything.
years of research, bro.
Hell yeah.
And he's like, I know how to control them. I know how to capture them.
But you're just like
He's gonna be-
waiting.
He's gonna be like right there in the Velociraptor.
Oh,
And I'll be
really
like,
like
for the
yeah,
minute.
because if he already has a team, he can probably dominate them. Right?
No, hell yeah. I'd bring like SEAL Team 6 with me. I would make sure that I was all right.
Or you're
He
hungry.
would-
You're just
he
waiting
would-
for them to drop that time machine.
I'd probably be in a tank too. I don't know. If I had a choice, I could be in a tank.
Bro, I feel like seeing just the dinosaur,
You
like
don't
just
think
seeing
they
what
could
they
stomp
look
on that
like.
shit? No.
It's a tank, dude. A tank can
Yeah.
resist a missile. I don't think anything
but
nature's
they'll
created.
fuck with it. They'll like fuck.
Yeah, they'll
with
fuck
and
with it,
shit.
but
So you're going back in time to kill fucking dinosaurs.
You go back in time,
I wouldn't. Nah, I
Bro,
wouldn't.
that tattoo on your arm should be ripped off you, bro.
My dinosaur.
You cause them harm. Oh, is that why you have the skull? Because you're a dinosaur hunter?
Yeah. No, I feel like I wouldn't kill any dinosaurs.
That's-
Because then what if something happens? Like, what if people never evolved? Because, like, I don't know.
People never evolved.
Well, actually, I have to correct myself. People didn't evolve from dinosaurs. They evolved from synapsids.
The small guys.
Yeah, because they were never around when the dinosaurs existed, right? Like it's like historically proven.
No. Okay, so there were synapsids first, and then they kind of like went through like an extinction of their own, and then they kind of went smaller, and then dinosaurs kind of filled that niche. Then when they got extinct, the small like rats, anything smaller than a cat, like it took over the niche. You know?
Yeah. Well, it was also because the asteroid destroyed most of the vegetation, right? That's why there was less. Like, and that's why things were smaller. No, that's why things were a lot smaller because they didn't have the opportunity to grow. You're like, I'm not.
Please, let me know.
He's like, you caught me.
I know some things. I don't know everything. I dabble.
I was watching
I thought you had done research.
I remember on TikTok, I was watching the timeline of the Earth, and I don't know when. I think like maybe like 300 million years from now, like that's when we're like literally getting threatened with like the same asteroid that hit the dinosaurs.
No, yeah, they think it's because like I think all the asteroids that have hit Earth come from the asteroid belt, which I think was people say it was supposed to be another planet, but it never like formed. So, and I think there's like a rate, so like every like 300 million years
an asteroid comes, right?
Yeah,
I heard about it too.
No, but to answer your question, I don't know that that's specifically the reason, but I know that it's like theorized that there's like a thick cloud of like smoke over the Earth that didn't clear. So anything smaller than like a cat, like because nothing big could sustain itself. It couldn't find enough food.
But that's what I also think about like when we talk about like alien planets. I wonder if like is the natural state of like planets like huge creatures? Because I mean, if it wasn't for the asteroid, the Earth would be filled with nothing but like giants, right? I wonder if like is that the natural state? Like, bro, what if we find like a dozen planets and every single planet, everything on there is huge?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's the natural state because I mean, I don't know. It's tough to say.
Well, because I know this for a fact. I know that the reason why things were big were because there was a lot more vegetation, right? That's because like obviously when the Earth was new, it was just started, it was the ocean, and then like plant life was mainly what was alive.
One day I'll have my PhD in paleontology, and I'll be.
I don't know. I'm telling you. Okay, this I know because this is actually very interesting.
You read this?
Yeah, I've read this. Yeah, like this is actually true. Yeah. And that's why then like when
don't embarrass me in front of
I swear in front of your paleontology friends.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
and then in the ocean, you know, all the like bacteria or whatever eventually started forming, eventually became fish, and then you know the story, that little little fish who just like wanted to go on land, and then it went on land. More advantageous, a lot of things. Because there's literally nothing on there, right? It's only vegetation. You're like, oh my god, it's just food. Like, did you just fucking eat all that shit? It's like, oh my god, there's like for billions of years they've allowed to like just grow, so all the vegetation just a fuck ton. So then they got there, just evolutionary. There's just so much air, so much like plants make a lot of like oxygen, right? You're just allowed to grow bigger. That's what I'm saying, man. Do you think like we're naturally the state of life is naturally meant to be big? Or do you think
I don't know. I think
special.
I think being too big makes it hard to adapt. And I think that's why kind of like smaller animals kind of like last or tend to like, you know what I mean?
That's why everything got smaller.
Very, very adaptable animals. Yeah. And I don't necessarily know that it's like correlated, but I think being smaller helps in like adaptability. You know what I mean? Like if you're a massive elephant and then like suddenly there's a scarcity of food, you're like, well, what can I do?
Or like have you seen that statistic that any NBA players that have been, I think, like above 7'3" are like they're very likely to have a small career, like a very low career. That it always end like in injury too. It always because of injuries.
People aren't meant to be that big.
Yeah, so it's like even humans, like it's like a curse to be that big, right? I think the threshold is 7'3". 7'3" to 7'1" is like the big men like who are like really good.
Well, it's also like think about it, like an elephant, it takes like it takes a long time for an elephant baby to form. You know what I mean? So like if an elephant's population shrinks, it's not gonna bounce back like that. Versus like a rat, it can like triple like its population in like a few months, you know? Yeah. So that's that kind of thing.
Or even
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know what the criteria.
No, I get you. I wonder too if like if an asteroid hit the world now, do you think all of the things that would be left would be like roaches? I remember in Timmy Turner they would always say it would be
I think people could survive.
Yeah,
I think people could survive. It depends.
We're too good.
Though. I think I feel like
we're too good in the paint.
Hell yeah, I think we are too good. Like
I think people could survive, but it depends. I don't think we could survive anything. But if it's like, You know,
We
if
could
it's
just go
like
underground.
if other things can survive, I feel like people
Just
will
give us like
survive.
a 2-hour head start, and like we're safe.
Oh,
We
give
got
us
it.
humans
Literally,
with
like-
humans with prep time.
Yeah, literally, like they'll be like, oh no, there's a fucking
If we
meteor
know,
coming.
yeah, if we know it's coming, like we got it.
Well, they're trying to fix that now.
Lasers,
Aren't
no?
they sending like a little probe to like a small asteroid to see if like it actually works? Like, they're testing it out.
They're
They're-
gonna fuck around and send another big ass.
Bro, the
asteroid over
government
here.
actually put in like put in a budget to like try and get a laser so that way you can hit like an
Oh, yeah,
asteroid.
that-
if
yeah,
it's
I seen that
coming.
one. That's cool.
I think that'd be cool for nukes, just as protection. I honestly think
They do
I
have
think
that,
I
no?
think Ronald Reagan, hot take, kind of went off with that one.
I'm gonna cut that. I'm gonna cut that and just upload that. Ronald Reagan went off with that one. Let's see what people feel
Nah, he
about
did
that.
go out with that. I agree with that.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
bro, hell yeah, bro.
Right?
We fucked up.
Imagine having like a laser strong enough that like if nukes come, you can shoot it down with a laser. Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like that's, I don't know. I feel like just ahead of his time, you
But
know.
then remember when we were talking.
I guess so. I guess
Now, remember we
so.
were talking about in the pool though, like war is so much more advanced than that now. Like it's no more nukes, no more like.
Oh yeah, we said it's
chemical
a
warfare and all that
economic?
shit.
no, it's
like
a
psychological.
It's a psychological war.
Yeah.
Like it really is. Like it's more about like trying to break the other like people's.
I always
psyche.
think it's interesting when like shit like that happens in the world where they're like, oh, this country's threatening us, or like they're saying don't do this, and they have to like strategize to be like, I think we'll be all right if we cross this line. Like when Nancy Pelosi went to Taiwan, I was a little like, I don't know, maybe we should.
bro.
Wait,
to
so,
me,
so,
bro.
so what was that about?
So China doesn't acknowledge Taiwan's independence from them.
Yeah.
They don't want them to be like their own, because they're kind of the antithesis of what China wants to be. Taiwan's very capitalistic. They're more free. Where China's communist, and they're not. They don't have a lot of freedoms, right? So they think that Taiwan is still part of China, and they're like, you guys got to come back. But the United States and a lot of other countries are like, whoa, you can't. No, you can't do that, because they have a lot to gain. So it's kind of like a draw. Everybody's like, all right, if you go there, it's a war. All right, but if you go there, it's a war. So they kind of. But Nancy Pelosi went to visit, and I think it's the first time like a U.S. official, at least a high-ranking one, went there since like the 90s, like the early 90s.
Yeah.
And China was like,
if you go there, like serious consequences are gonna happen. Like she better not go there. That's like a violation. And everyone was saying like, oh, I don't know, Nancy Pelosi, but it's kind of like tricky because then like if the United States is like, oh, sorry,
it's like a moral thing, right? It's like playing chess, right? They're playing like war
well,
games.
because it's like if the United States is like, oh, okay, like then it's like, oh, so if we do threaten them, they'll actually like back off.
Yeah, but Nancy Pelosi went and they didn't do anything, and it just makes me think like
she tested their dog.
It makes me think like
She tested their gangster. Yeah, she went.
She tested their gangster.
Literally.
But
Yeah. It was like a big success. A lot of people in Taiwan really liked that she made that statement of like,
Mhm.
and it was like big for them because it was like the United States acknowledges that they're their own country.
yeah, that's what I mean by like it blew my mind in the sense of like it shows you the United States is like the top dog, like it's the most strongest, powerful country in the world, bro. Russia told us like if you guys help the Ukraine, we're literally gonna like blow up the planet.
Right.
We did it.
Bro,
and
we
then
literally sent, like, $500 million.
And then Nancy Pelosi, China was like, if they come, like, you were not gonna like this, and then we did it.
Do you guys really think that Putin has cancer? Like a lot of people say. A lot of people say.
I heard
people
said
say
that, yeah.
it's like a theory that Putin doesn't look well and that he has a terminal illness, and that's
Yeah.
why he's like
Doesn't give a
doing the
fuck
shit he
about
does in
people.
Ukraine. But people are like, that's kind of a little scary. Like he's a dead man anyways. Like, and he's got a huge nuclear.
He's got
weapon.
nothing to lose, right?
Yeah, you know what I mean. So, but I don't know. It's not like he came out and was like, "Yep, guys." Like,
But not only that, like Russia's struggling with like fighting the Ukraine, like way more that even the United States, like FBI was like, whoa. Like,
yeah, they thought. I think everybody thought that Ukraine would fall really fast, but it didn't.
yeah, and most of our budget, like in the United States, goes to our military. Like it's insane to think that we're not like the gap. We haven't like
Have you
put the
seen-
gap so big.
What do you guys think of that insult that people will always like put in comments for that? Come find out why we don't have healthcare.
I've never seen that.
You never seen that?
I've never seen that. No.
When China, when like news would report on TikTok of like,
Bro.
that China's threatening the United States, all the comments would be like, all right, then come find out why we don't have free healthcare. And then it's like this, you know?
Yeah.
That's cold blooded.
Oh, you know what? We're going a little bit over. But do you guys have anything final to say? I didn't even notice that we were already over. I just remember the app going away.
It's been a blast.
Yeah,
it's
it
pretty
has.
cool.
We've been kicking it.
Did we have
bro.
a bomb time?
Did we have a bomb?
Time?
Do you think we would? I hope YouTube
I don't
doesn't have a
know.
problem with that
I don't know
one.
how YouTube's gonna feel.
I see people put more
Don't-
out of
don't-
pocket.
Don't do us
titles.
dirty, bro. Why y'all doing us dirty?
Who's gonna report us? Patty with Fatty, please don't. I swear.
I'm glad he showed up.
I miss you, Patty with the
I'm
fatty.
glad he showed
You know
up.
what? Yeah, I'm
Patty
on the
with
show
the
on. Shout out to you, Patty with the Fatty. Thank you for always being there.
Ayo, sending you good vibes, bro.
In the chat.
You got it, bro. You got it.
Yeah, everybody send this guy love.
I'm buying no overpriced weed over there.
What are you talking about?
What?
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 What? Bro, his mom's
Anyways.
watching this. No.
Anyways.
Mom?
Bruh.
Anyways, all right. Do we have an outro? Do we have
No,
an
we
outro?
don't.
You know what? We've never
This
done
was,
outros.
well, okay, this was
Yeah.
the Primo show.
No. Okay, no, we gotta end on something, bro. Let's add an outro. This is the 60th episode. I want to add an outro.
What if I just like knock the fuck out of Rat?
That's how we end. Let me see. I'm gonna try to think of it. Let me see what I got in my notes really quick. Banter, bro. Banter. Wow, I think it's something.
Like, are you talking about like a statement or something?
Yeah, I want to leave on one last like question. Oh, okay. You know what? I'll say this. I wrote this down in my notes actually. Izzy doesn't like pepperoni on his pizza.
You don't
Nah. Don't end it on that. Don't end it on that. I don't like a substantial amount of pepperoni. on
I
my
feel
pizza.
you. I feel like that's valid.
That's too much.
I feel like
bro.
too much pepperoni it ruins it.
She also doesn't like chocolate.
You don't like chocolate?
I don't like hard chocolate candies.
What do you mean by that?
Like Hershey's, Kit Kats, like anything like that. Like I just don't like the chocolate taste. I like Tootsie
Interesting.
Rolls. I like Tootsie Rolls though. That's the only chocolate flavor I like.
That one's interesting.
Chocolate ice cream, though?
Controversial.
I'm a fan of chocolate, but because it's Izzy, I'll let it slide.
Chocolate ice cream though, that shit slaps. Like that's
I
different.
agree. He doesn't like ice cream.
Yeah, I don't like ice cream. I don't know why
Oh,
you
yeah,
exposed
yeah,
me, bro.
different.
Yeah, right.
You exposing me right now?
What do I know about Brandon? He doesn't like
Pickles, but I feel like come on.
no, everybody doesn't like
Yeah.
pickles.
Pickles.
You don't like
ranch. I don't like.
Oh yeah, he
You
doesn't
don't
like
like
ranch.
I don't like ranch.
You know what? I like ketchup better than ranch anyway.
Thanks, bro. Give me some.
Bro,
All right,
Yeah,
Julie,
yeah.
what do you don't
For
like?
wings?
You don't like anything.
For wings? Nah, for wings. Definitely ketchup. Nah,
You don't even eat your wings
Definitely for ranch.
with ranch.
He
bro.
eats them with barbecue. Oh no, honey mustard.
Yeah.
But
that's
lemon
not too
pepper, honey
bad.
mustard.
I've
Yeah.
learned to actually start liking like mustard. now.
Nah,
Bro,
you got me fucked up.
mustard, in my opinion, is a little underrated.
Nah,
Mustard on a hot
overrated.
dog, bro.
Ew.
Mustard on a hot dog is pretty good.
You said
It
ill.
actually is.
Just the hot dog part. I don't know what.
Do you guys like hot links?
Hot links?
Yeah.
I think you've told
The
me about it.
sausage
I
ones?
don't
The
know what
sausage
that
ones?
is.
Yeah, bro. Those are
They're pretty
fire.
good.
They're pretty fire.
Really?
It's
I'm
like
not-
it's just a spicy hot dog.
Oh really?
But
That
it's
just
like-
sounds good. That
Yeah,
sounds
no,
good.
good. Like they're pretty spicy too. Like
They're
it
pretty
gets-
spicy, bro.
Yeah, you get spiced out.
They're pretty good.
Well, you know what I like? You know what you guys are always eating that I'm always interested in? Try the sopes from King Taco.
Bro, sopes from King Taco.
Oh,
Bro,
yeah.
stop
That shit
playing.
is different.
Stop playing.
Yeah.
Bro,
Cut the shrimp.
Bro. Bro, I don't think I like
Bruh.
sopes anywhere else other than
Bro,
from King
nah,
Taco.
that shit are different. I
Yeah.
promise.
They
you.
look,
Damn,
they
are you
look good
serious?
when you
They're
get when you eat
bomb.
them.
Yeah.
They're good, bro.
You guys always be fucking them up. Like every
Yeah,
time I see you guys get them.
You know what other sopas I like? The from La Michoacan, the Caritas Michoacan
Oh, yeah, I know what
by
you're talking
Broadway.
about.
You swear, bro?
Yeah, those shits are like so fucking fat, bro.
Hey, did you guys know that King Taco? For those of you who don't know, King Taco is like the documented the first taco truck in not only Los
I
Angeles,
hope they sponsor us.
but in the United States. I looked it up on Google just to
In
like fact
US?
check it. Yeah, in the entire United States, King Taco, the one is the first ever documented taco
And there's,
truck.
Bro, and
there's a
people-
First Stone store in Northeast LA, bro. The
Bro,
First Stone
yeah,
store?
and wait,
What are you talking
yeah. I mean, what are you talking about? What'd you say?
What
What are you
talking
talking about,
People always
bro?
talk shit about King Taco.
I know, I don't get it,
In
bro.
the comments, they're like, "This isn't real straight taco."
Dude, I don't understand the disrespect to King Taco because like it's genuinely like an LA OG. It's
And
and
it's
it's also historical.
It's
the
also
first.
bomb.
Yeah, it's also
Bro,
bomb.
that's because they eat too much Taco Bell. That's why Del Taco.
No, I'm
Del
serious. Like
Taco.
I need people to put respect on King Taco's name, bro.
King
Like,
Taco's really good.
like they,
Gotta
they,
get some sopes though,
Sopas are
they're the
different.
OGs. They're the OGs. They really are.
or an all meat
It's because
burrito.
they see you come up, bro, and they want to tear you down. They wanna-
We gotta stop doing this to each
All right,
other,
that was
Right,
good.
right.
I get add that
bro.
on there.
Those sopes with some fresh sauce. Oh,
Gatekeep.
bro.
salsa,
Bro,
Hey.
I have
undefeated.
to, okay. I Loki might even try it. Might even try it today. Not gonna lie. All right. Well,
Damn.
we'll see you guys next week.
Catch us at King Taco.
Thanks for catch us at King Taco sign meet and greet.
I hope King Taco sponsors us one day.
All right, yeah. See ya. Bye.